Hi, welcome back. Certainly glad you could join us today.
I'm giving ye to the count of 9 to step back on that path and carry your venturing arse back down to whatever rock it is ye crawled out from under. You see, I's added up to me years with your type, roaming the hills like they was yours to roam. It's getting to be that a man cannot enjoy a mug of rum without some shite-breathed outlander running up and asking which is the way to the local leavenant. 7 L's if I know. I'm a bloody pirate, goddammit. Thal's balls. Once we have my boy back, I'm putting this godforsaken pisshole of an island so far behind me, ain't no one will remember I was ever here. Come on, Scrags, we've knives to sharpen. Well, he was quite a, you know, quite a guy. Grim thought we talked to the pirates, and they were not nice. So, the trespassers are indeed pirates, and they are indeed planning something. But what is this talk of getting me boy back? Could it be that their target never was the victory? Something is not right, and I won't sit by idly waiting for those pirates to make the first move. I shall order increased patrols immediately. Thank you again for your help, Soothing. It appears we were wise to put our trust in you. New axe. And a level up. Wow, we are just flying through the levels. Gimthada, what's next? I am concerned, Soothing. It appears that the pirates I had you investigate are on the move. They creep ever closer to the dry dock, so I must assume they mean to target the Victory herself. That ship is a symbol of everything Linsa Lominsa strives to become, and I will not allow these base scoundrels to lay a single finger upon her hull. We must apprehend them before they put their plans into motion, and you, Soothing, are just the man to do it. Without your capable assistance, I fear the security of the dry docks cannot be guaranteed. Not moments ago, my guards submitted reports of suspicious activity in the area. Pray, begin your efforts by listening to one of their accounts firsthand. It matters not who you choose to speak with, but be sure to question either Ursworst at the front gate or Kanongo at the rear. Any suspect saboteurs you encounter during the course of your investigation are to be interrogated. Report any and all findings directly to me. Yes, ma'am. I think we're gonna talk to Kanongo, because we already helped her win some money. So maybe she's friendly with us and she'll tell us all we want to know. Hail, adventurer. Glad to have another hand aboard to help us shore up security. The gods know our reports would sit on Gimtoda's desk gathering dust and warm for the assistance of those such as yourself. Speaking of reports, though, I saw one of those mangy pirates lurking around the cliffs near Empty Heart. I'd take a closer look before he has a chance to cover his tracks. Alright, let's go. Now we have to get up on top of this cliff and see what that pirate's up to. Morby Mole, come to meet your maker. Here he is, the shifty-eyed sailor. What are you doing up here? Bah, spotted me, did ye? Well, you're too late. What's to happen is already happening. Alright. Down we go. Oh, we can't jump down? What a bummer. Alright, around we go! Alright, Gimthada, we're back. Okay. This light, around, if you guys remember, means we're about to do an instanced battle. This is just us, maybe some NPCs to help, but mostly just us against a bunch of enemies or one really big enemy. So let's see which one this is. So, you found me one of those pirates, did you? I knew you were the right adventurer to ask for aid. But what could these knaves be planning? What's to happen has already happened. Captain, trouble at the shipyard. Easy now, soldier. Who did this to you? Pirates. Out of nowhere. Stuck me good. Gods below, we are not prepared for this. The pirate soldier, how many do they number? Not sure. More than I could quickly count. Seem to be carrying explosives. Explosives? Then there is no time to lose. Soothing, you heard the situation. Make your way to the shipyard and engage these intruders. I will see to this man's wounds, then follow after. Make haste now. Alright, looks like this is a fight a bunch of enemies and then one boss at the end type of instance. So, let's do this thing. Alright, looks like this is the boss here. Atafim the Absorb. We'll just call him Atza. Come here, Atza. Gahahaha! Never reckoned it'd be this easy. Still don't trust those slimy bastards, but their plan worked like a charm. Duh! What are you doing, you great bloody fool? Oh, that's his dad. Great, family matters. Shut your trap, boy. This'll all be over soon, and what's left now is to blow this ugly pile of driftwood to splinters. Why would you do such a thing? Have you any idea how important this ship is? What it represents? Aye, and that's what makes it all the sweeter. Whatever it takes to knock some sense into me treacherous backstabbing son. Imagine a boy of mine giving up the pirate life to become a shipwright, and building a bleeding maelstrom vessel at that. What under Limlane's wide green ocean made you take up with these self-righteous shites? You're the only one with no bloody sense, don't you see? The pirates had their glory days, but that era is over. Ah, I wondered why Outbrim never spoke of his father. I never would have thought. This ship's a symbol, alright. Everything what went wrong with the world. And I mean to shatter it into 100,000 pieces. Gimthada, soothing. Pray, beat the tar out of this bloated sea slug, and make sure no harm comes to the Victory. Alright, here we go. Has been destroyed. I must be getting old, letting some green venture get the best of me. Duh. That's one big bloody ship. Big and nasty looking. You made that, did you? Alright, well, his dad's dead. Let's go see how he's doing. Hey, Oprim. Many thanks, Soothing. I shudder to think what may have become of the Victory without your intervention. The pirates have made a right mess of things. I'd best get to sorting out the docks. And my thoughts could use some sorting out as well. Ever did my father have a way of turning my life upside down? Pray convey my thanks and my apologies to Gimthada. Alright. Gimthada, we're here with apologies. How fare you, Soothing? I cannot begin to thank you for the role you played in preventing this madness. You defended more than a simple ship. You saved the budding hope of Limsa from a violent demise. The day was yours. It seems our security regimen will require much in the way of improvement if we are to truly keep the dry dock safe. Otberm apologizes? Well, I suppose I can understand why he would feel responsible for his father's actions. Of all those involved, this incident was hardest on him. But, in time, I believe he will come to a single conclusion. The most fitting way of moving past this anguish is to see the Victory completed and in the water. By the by, the pirates we defeated have been handed over to the Yellow Jackets. Raynor's men will be taking over the investigation. Before the Yellow Jackets moved in, however, we recovered a most unusual object. Should you have the time to spare, I would ask you another favor. What do you need, Gimthada? Soothing. In light of your role in recent events, there are few others to whom I would entrust this task. Since last we spoke, a curious missive has been discovered amongst the personal effects of Atza, the pirate behind the plot to sabotage the victory. I know who he is, we just killed him. This missive was penned in the most unusual script, a script we believe to be some manner of code. Needless to say, anything which a proven enemy of Limsalumensa deems worthy of enciphering is like to be of great interest to the Maelstrom. Unfortunately, none among us can make any sense of the message. In cases such as this, I am told the Yellowjacks are wont to turn to Baderon and his convenient connections. Thus, I would have you deliver this missive to the proprietor of the Drowning Wench, into his hand, and no other. Do you understand? We got it! Alright, back to Limsa. Let's turn in our Marauder quest. We're 2 levels away from the next step, so we'll be back here pretty soon. I have been in contact with Renfred, and he has not but praise for you, Soothing. Your representation of the guild has been exemplary. There is one more task I would have you complete this day, a task that will demonstrate for you just how strong you have become. Report to Skopvingim, where he waits on the bank of the Ageless River, and he shall help you unveil the untapped power of your axe. Great. Let's go talk with Skopvingim. Alright. Well, I see him right there. But how do I get to him? Maybe I can just jump up this. Hey, it worked. Great. Alright, Skopvingim. What are you going to teach me? Aye, lad. I know why you're here. And after seeing this big old boulder, I'd wager you know why you're here too. Now, my rock's a bit more of a challenge than those pebbles Rotgeim had you training on. To crack this beauty will require a relatively heavy swing. Impossible, you say? Ha! Warrenson wouldn't send you out here if he didn't think you capable. Unmoving boulder. Heavy swing. Wow. Easy peasy. I'll break boulders all day. Ha! Would you look at that? And on your first attempt, too. Well, I guess it's back to the Axe Master for you. Warrenson, we crushed another rock. It seems like the only thing we're killing is rocks. But, I don't know, maybe it gets better. I knew you would return before long. The deafening crack of shattering boulder reached me even here. This feat of strength deserves recognition, and you shall have it in the form of a new technique, adopted and perfected by our guild's forebears. The tomahawk throw was first devised by pirates as an opening attack on closing enemy vessels. Though we primarily focus on close-quarter combat, you will no doubt find that having a powerful ranged attack at your disposal greatly expands your tactical versatility. I sense that the impending confrontation with Kujata weighs heavily on your mind, Soothing, but hurried swings lead to glancing blows. There is no swift road to attaining the peak of mastery you seek, only a steady, measured ascent. So some class quests will reward you with weapons and armor, and some will give you a new skill to use. You can't unlock the skill until you do the quest. So even if you're over the level of the skill, you won't be able to use it in battle or dungeons or anything until you finish the quest that unlocks it. Alright, Tomahawk learned. Now, let's see what we look like. Hey, we're blue now. Fantastic. Alright, let's deliver the arcane epistle to Baderon and Limsalumensa. So on to the Drowning Wench. Baderon, we have a code for you to crack. Ahoy there, Soothing. I've been hearing about your deeds by the dry docks. Otberim laid out the entire tale for me. Poor Sod was still reeling at his old man's part in the business, but at least he kept the victory from me and sunk afore she sailed. And for that I owe you me thanks. You've really made a name for yourself here in Limsa, lad. Folk know that when they need something doing. Ah, you need something doing? And what might that be? Here's a secret letter. You want someone to read a message written in funny letters for you? And Gimthada thought I might know a man as good? Well, let's see it then. I reckon I might know a canny bugger who can read stuff like this. Ugly sod by the name of Betaron. Oh, he's talking about himself. Ha 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 ha. Self-deprecation humor is the funniest. You know, you're like one of me regulars now, Soothing. You never let me down, yet, and Navigator help me, I reckon I can trust you. Gimthado is right to want this message deciphered. We've got us some trouble brewing here, and no mistake. Get ready for action, and I'll explain. Level up! Level 19 here and partying. Good to have you aboard, lad. Now then, where to start? Back when I was younger and nastier, I earned a living as a sellsword. In that business, if you wanted to know what your enemy was up to, you had to learn to read the orders he prized from the cold dead hands of his mates. That's how I came to know how to read your message. Truth be told, the script was only too bloody familiar. Them Sahagin letters, lad. Ooh, Sahagins again. And I should know. I've got more fishback messengers than I can count. It gets worse, though. The plan to blow up the victory is all in here, right down to the fine details. Looks like they meant to raise 8 kinds of ale in western Lenosha. Then the Maelstrom's new flagship in the confusion. The point being, the attack on the victory weren't the act of a few rebellious pirates. 'Twas a key part of some candy bastard's grand plan. But if I'm reading this right, the attack itself came much too early. I'll wager they panicked when they saw you was on to them, rushed in to do the job, and buggered it up. Them tattoo-faced bastards, as they say, was paying at Brim's old man. There's with the Serpent Reavers, right? But none of their crew was there, was they? Did they have something better to do, or what? Serpent Reavers, the Sahagin's right-hand lackeys. 7 L's. I've got it all backwards. The mess at the victory. That was meant to be the bloody distraction. The fish tracks ain't interested in the Maelstroms, baby. They're after men, just like they've always been. They're sending the pirates' lackeys after a civilian target. This bit about raising L in western Lenosha, that's where it'll be. Something tells me Swiftperch is about to get it, and hard. Here's a rough translation of the message. Take it to Commodore Reiner at the Coral Tower, and tell him he's in for a busy day. Oh, and give him an Anway. You can be damn sure he'll need one. Oh, we gotta... Oh, that's the 11-minute quest. We can unlock that later. Alright, we are here to talk to Rainer. And there he is, standing up there like Lord of the Castle. Yes, I'm Rainer. Ah, you must be the adventurer whose name seems to be on everyone's lips. You are to be commended for your part in supporting the plot to destroy the victory. Now, what can I do for you this day? You bear an urgent message from Betaron? Why do I get the feeling that my hopes for a quiet evening are about to be cruelly dashed? Tell me, what is afoot? Betaron's jottings. Here you go. An assault on Swiftperch? We see nothing to suggest the Serpent Reavers are massing for an attack. Even so, it would be foolish to discount the possibility. Betaron is rarely wrong about such matters. I will marshal the Yellow Jackets for battle immediately. The only question is where to send them. While I concur that Baderon's assessment that the attack on the dry docks was intended as a diversion, Swiftperch is but one of several possible targets for the main thrust. Commodore, sir! Report. It's the Sahagins, sir. They've mounted a large-scale assault on the South Tide Gate and threatening to overwhelm our defenses within the day. The garrison requests immediate reinforcements. By the Navigator, it seems my decision has been made for me. Muster the troops and give the order to march. Aye, the Serpent Reavers are in league with the Sahagin, which means there's every chance this assault on Tidegate may yet prove to be another feint. The fact remains, however, that we can ill afford to ignore it, and that leaves Swiftperch vulnerable to those pirate traders. It is at times such as these that I wish the warriors of light yet walked among us, but wishes will avail us not. Paintings, you must serve in their absence. Make for Swiftperch with all haste, and lend your strength to the squads I can spare for the settlement's defense. Absolutely. Time to kill some pirates. Alright, we're here in Swiftperch. This is a little glowy thing, so we're doing an instance battle. Wrist flaw. Commodore Raynor sent word we'd be getting reinforcements, but I didn't expect him to send you. You certainly look like you've seen your share of action, though. You bear little resemblance to the wide-eyed whelp I met fresh off the ferry. In any case, do you know what you're fighting for here? This place, Swiftperch. It was rebuilt by folk who stood strong in the face of every hardship and calamity threw their way. And we're not about to let some fish fancy and scum claim the honor of being the ones who finally broke their spirits. Don't give those pirate bastards one bloody elm, you hear me? I will not give them one bloody elm. Here they come! Serpent Reavers. Here now, I thought all them Yellow Jacket worms was meant to be busy. That useless scrag ain't followed the plan, has he? Now what? Pull back and wait for our Sahagin brothers? Piss on that, we ain't turning back empty-handed. Remember, no killing the small folk, or it'll be your blood what stains Lord Leviathan's altar. The yellow bellies you can butcher at will. Them dirty slugs will be crushed under the full might of the Serpent Reavers. Seems Swiftperch was the main target after all, eh? Squads 1 and 2, protect the townsfolk. Squad 3, you're our rear guard. The rest of you, we meet their charge where we stand. Let us bear the Commodore word of our victory, or no word at all. For Lipsa. I'll gut all you yellow bellies and dance on your gizzards. Time to fight. Oh shit, it called an abyss. Called a void. Alright. Dive, manga. Well fought. The Reavers are beaten and scattered. I'll take some men and hunt down the stragglers. Oh, but there may be more of them lurking about, so don't let your guard down just yet. Who's there? Oh, Black Robe Man is back. The source of his strength becomes clear. may have bested the golem, but you will not fare so well this day. O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite mine enemies. He looks friendly. Your very being imperils the plan. You cannot be suffered to live. Defeat the masked mage. I'm gonna defeat his big gargoyle first. Hey, your stole is here. Yeah, we killed that guy. And his gargoyle. That the wisdom of the paragons should be brought low by mere mortals. Paragons, did he say? Then it is as I feared. They are known as the Bringers of Chaos, or Asians, to give them their proper name. It would seem our suspicions were correct. It is they who have been manipulating the beast tribes. Pardon? You would know if we Charlians have encountered Asians before? I have never spoken to you of my homeland. How did you know whence I hail? Wait, I do begin to see. You have been blessed with a special gift. Are you alright, lad? If I'd known a mean bugger like that was hiding in the bushes, I would have left a squad of 6 to keep you company. Don't worry, we got it. Well, at least now we can call this kidnapping investigation to a close. Those reavers were the ones spiriting folks away in the dead of the night, and this bastard here was pulling all the strings. A trifle simplistic, but not inaccurate. I came as soon as I sensed his presence, but I never thought to find such a scene of carnage. Yet we prevailed, and thanks to your heroic actions I have learned much. Aye, heroic is the word. I don't want to think about what would have happened if you hadn't been here, friend. And your assistance is much appreciated too, Lady Ishtola. Please give our regards to the Scions. I am glad to have played a role in bringing what I hope is an end to this disturbing spate of abductions. The thread of your fate forms a part of most intriguing tapestry. Mayhap we will be afforded the chance to speak more in the near future. For now, however, you must see this particular tale to its conclusion. Pray send my greetings to Commodore Raynor. What's this? Ooh, a dark glowy crystal. And it disappeared. I'm sure that's nothing. I'm sure that'll never come up again. Raynor. Paintings. Eagerly have I awaited your return. Word of your exploits is already spreading through the ranks. My troops and I owe you a great debt of gratitude for your timely assistance. You have shown yourself to be possessed of sure arm, a strong spirit, and sound judgment. Would that Limsa Lominsa had more of your like. I have little doubt that you shall one day join the ranks of Eorzea's greatest adventurers. It is but a matter of time. Clearly, Baderon's eye for potential remains as sharp as ever, though I doubt even he imagined you capable of such feats. Might you favor me with your own account of the day's events? Such victories bear retelling. I'll tell you anything you want to know. Y'shtola has been working with us for quite some time, you see, and she was only too willing to assist the Yellow Jackets in the kidnapping investigation, proving herself a stalwart ally of Linsalamitsa yet again. Needless to say, after your part in thwarting the attempted sabotage of the victory, and the small matter of your deeds at Swiftperch, you too have proven yourself a valued friend of the Thalassocracy. Admiral. Oh shit, boss lady's here. May I present you Admiral... oh boy. Blofhiswin?
So, this is the adventurer I've been reading about in the field reports. I am Melve Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsalominsa. On behalf of my people, I bid you thanks for the deeds you have done this day. A token of our gratitude. What worth is high regard without just reward, after all? Ha! Since you first set foot in our city, my good friend Badaron and Commodore Rayner have taken turns at regaling me with tales of your exploits. Safe to say, they left an impression. Join me at the coming banquet. A seat of honor at the celebratory feast is the least I can offer the man who foiled the Sahagin.
Oh! A seat at the feast!
Oh, and don't be late. Your fellow guests will be eager to take the measure of their newest hero, and some do not take kindly to being kept waiting. Till then, may you walk in the light of the crystal.
Admiral Merlweb is a fantastic leader of a city. She's courageous and strong, and straight to the point, no bullshit. She is my second favorite city leader, only behind the one of the two leaders of Ul'dah is my favorite. But we will meet them a little bit later. For right now, let's talk to Rayner. I am not sure you understand just how unusual it is for the Admiral to invite an adventurer to a state banquet. This is a highly coveted honor, why even the officers under her direct command are rarely afforded such recognition. But I will not deny you have earned it. Many of the tasks you have performed in service to the Thalassocracy have been both difficult and dangerous. This is a reward for all your efforts, a nod to your many achievements, both large and small. Has the enormity of this moment yet to sink in? Perchance you will realize its significance when you stand before the assembled dignitaries of Limsalominsa. Now that I have imagined the scene, I realize that you will require attire suitable for the occasion. I suggest you visit the wench and see what Badaron can arrange. He is surprisingly knowledgeable about such things. See, the Admiral said the name Badaron, so now I know how it's pronounced. So, for the last 4 episodes, I look like an absolute fool saying Badaron. But hey, that's Final Fantasy. Badaron, why'd you let me say your name wrong for so long? Well, if it ain't Merlweb's guest of honor. Obnobbin with the eye and mighty now, is it? I tell you, lad, I damn near snorted ale up me nose when I heard the news. You've come a long bloody way, you have, and that's the truth. Well, for one thing's for sure, you'll not want for decent grub. These banquets are catered by the bleeding Bismarck, no less. The Bismarck is the Culinarian Guild. 'Tis a grand chance to fill your belly to bursting with fine and, more importantly, free food. But we can't have you turning up in your shite-caked venturing gear. No, the early hour needs to have a touch of refinement about him, if only to stop common folk complaining when he stuffs his face with cake. Take yourself over to the Octon and speak with Janasim of the Brugere Consortium. She'll furnish you with summit gentlemen to wear. I've already had a word with her, so all you need to do is pick up the goods, then bring them back here so as I can tell you what's what. Alright. Let's go talk to Janasim. Janasim, we're here to pick up gentlemanly attire. Good morning, sir. I assume you're the undressed gentleman Baderon mentioned? I see he was not exaggerating. Ahem. I've chosen these especially for your debut in polite society. Fear not, I'm certain you will absolutely adore them. Show the Roxa line box to Baderon. Well, back to Baderon. Baderon, I have a box. Been to see Janasim, have you? Let's have that box then. Here we go, a nice pair of dress shoes for you. Alright, so we wear all of our normal adventuring gear, minus our boots. Which he did say shite kick, so I guess that's fair. We don't want to be dragging anything into... Alright, nice pair of dress shoes, sounds nice. A bloke mightn't have much else to his name, but it's so long as he's got a decent pair of shoes on his feet, there ain't nowhere he can't go. Think them as a gift for me and all the other folk you've done right by along the way. Aye, 'tis a very moving gesture, I know. Just don't go welling up on me, eh? Wouldn't do for Lims's new hero to turn up at the banquet soaked in his own tears and snot. Any road, that's your garb sorted. Now you just need to settle your nerves. Tell me when you're ready, and I'll tell you you're meant to be go. Dress shoes. Don't I look nice? You're ready then, are you? Good. The bank will be starting soon. If you'd waited any longer, I'd consider me civic duty to hit you over the head and drag you there. Now make sure you're wearing them fancy shoes when you turn them up, alright? Carrying them won't do you no good. They're meant to make you look like a gentleman, remember? Not a gentleman's bleeding lackey. As for directions, the feast being held on the bridge, in the Admiral's briefing room. Speak with Xanthale in Bulwark Hall, and he'll show you the way. Just keep the held eye, lad, and after everything you've done for Limsa, you've a good reason to be proud. And don't let no eye-born bugger tell you different. Alright, we are on our way to an Admiral's banquet.